So today we're going up to the snow wells. Now if you look at Sierra Espuna from Camposol, right on the top you'll see the radar station if you've got a good set of eyes. It's going to take about an hour from Camposol up to the Espuña, but we're going to go heading towards Totana. Now on the route, on the way up to the Espuña, I'll be showing you some places of interest. So sit back, enjoy the drive. So I'm on Sector 8 at the moment. I'm going on to the RM3 now, which is signposted towards Totana. It's about 10 miles away. So what's that, about 20k? It's not that far. Today is a bit of a haze today, bit of cloud, but still a lovely sunny day. Temperature's 15. It's gone 9 o'clock in the morning. At the moment, looking at this Espuña, it's looking clear. You can see the whole of the mountain. Sometimes it does get low cloud, and it will be cooler up there. But we'll see how we go on the way. So this road to Totana is virtually straight road really. We'll come to a fork in a minute. One part will be straight on, and that will take you on towards Murcia, but we're going to veer off to the left a bit. I'll show you what you mean in a minute. So we're going to keep in the two left-hand lanes. You can see where the road splits now. So it'll be signposted towards Lorca. Don't take much notice of the Murcia, but you got Totana there in brackets. And if you're looking in front of you now, that's the Espuña. We're still talking under an hour at the moment to get to the top of that mountain. I mean, from here, that mountain doesn't look very big, but I can assure you that is a massive mountain area. It's a nature park. Now there are eagles up there. There's supposed to be wild boar. I've only seen one. Loads of wild goats. So we just keep on this road now for about 10 minutes. Okay, points of interest. To our right now, you will see a building. We'll put a picture up. A building to our right. That's the old railway station. That's where the cycle path is that goes down towards Totana. Now the cycle path, they call it the Greenway, that runs from Mavaron right up to the Condado. It splits then. That goes past the old railway station. They never actually put the track down, and then the cycle path, or hiking path I should say, carries on down towards Totana. But if you went the other direction, it would eventually lead up into Cartagena. So if you're into bike riding, you could be out for a good day's ride on that. So we're just coming into the start of Totana. You can see it in the front of you now. So we're just coming off the dual carriageway in a moment. We got sort of a roundabout. Now we're going to go straight over the roundabout into Totana. If you wanted to go to Lorca, you would go left, and if you wanted to go to Murcia, you would go right, and that would take you onto the A7. But we're going straight across. A lovely straight road that takes you right into the heart of Totana. It's a big town. It has a good market. Totana is very similar to another town over to our right, Alhambra de Murcia. Me and Jan come here quite a lot to do our shopping, especially around the market. So we just keep straight on this road. Now we're going up over a bridge now. This goes over the old railway track. And a point of interest, you probably can't see it on the camcorder, but if you look to your left now, you'll see the Totana railway station. Right, now we're going right into Totana itself. Now the sat nav would probably take you off to the right now and take you on the ring road, but I thought I'll just show you what the town looks like. It can get quite busy. I've got a feeling it could be the market day, but I've got a feeling that's usually on a Wednesday. Could be wrong, but we're going actually in the town now. As you can see, there's lots of crossings. And also the road, every now and again, will turn into like a one-way street. So you have to keep watching these signs. But yeah, loads of crossings. Alright, we've got a policeman there. Now, what I've noticed in Totana, they have got like parking zones, obviously for residents, and if you're not a resident, then if you're parked in the wrong area, now they're usually like blue or green, something like that, you will get a ticket. There are plenty of areas to park around here. Some are metered, which is unusual for some parts of Spain. Right, so we're coming into the actual, the main heart of Totana itself. You'll see the square in a minute. As you see, the streets get a lot narrower now. I'm stuck behind a road sweeper. But it gives me a chance to point out a couple of things. So you got a big church to our left. I haven't got a clue what it is, but I know if you look to your right now, in the square there, in that square, dip down a bit, that's where the tourist information office is, and it's a very good one. I've been in there a few times. They do speak English very well. Okay, so today it's not market day, so obviously it is Wednesday. See, now the street to our right now, both those streets there will be filled with the market. So anyway, we're going down. This is a one-way street now, thankfully. Now you will see a sign, a very little sign, that takes you up to La Santa. Now this is where we're heading towards. The signs never really give you much guidance, really, but just remember La Santa. So at the moment we're in a one-way street, but it will turn into a two-way in a minute. You can see the motorbike and the car coming down the hill. Now cyclists, you can see a lot of cyclists this part of Spain. They've got virtually right of way, so you've got to give them a wide berth. and that's why you probably see cyclists all over the road, but you've got, for some reason here they allow this, and you just sort of got to bear with it. Okay, now we're coming up to a little roundabout. Just remember the word La Santa, because obviously we're in Totana now. You probably won't even see a sign for the Espuña yet. Okay, this roundabout, I got lost on then. It's so hard, this getting out of this place. Anyway, when you get to the roundabout, you just go straight over. You probably notice the two cyclists again. Yeah, the signs there are so confusing. The next roundabout is all right, but that first roundabout there, you've virtually got to go straight over. Don't even look at the signs there, because it'll confuse you. So we've got a roundabout here, and we're going to go round the roundabout this time. Right, see the sign now, La Santa. And another one we've got to look out for now is Aledo. Now, I'll probably pronounce that wrong. Some people will probably say you said that wrong. I've never really known how to pronounce that word. And if you know me, I do have a problem with words. Anyway, this road now is a lovely straight road up now towards the Espuña where we're going. So now you'll be seeing signs for La Santa, and if you look in front of you, sort of slightly to the left, right on the top, you'll see the Jesus thing. We'll be able to look up there as well on our drive up. There's a few old ramps on the way, so remember to keep it at a reasonable speed. Now there are some nice restaurants up this road. And quite reasonable price as well. But like I said before, this is a lovely straight road up, going up towards the mountains. You've noticed now that we're actually starting to go up the hill now. The road will get windy soon, but at the moment it's quite straight. Now, weekends, this road does get really busy. You get people walking up here, you get cyclists. So I always tend to go out during the week if I'm visiting anywhere, mainly because I don't want to get stuck in traffic and whatever, but not so easy if you got a work job to do. Okay, so we've come out sort of the main housing area now, and now we're going up into the forest now. Now you will notice that the road does wind a lot now, and also if you see there's cliffs either side as well, so watch out for little boulders and also cyclists. So we're starting at the base of the mountain now, really, and it's a gradual climb all the way up. So the road will just wind in and out, but you will see people walking about. So just be wary of that as well. You do get a lot of walkers coming up here. Now at the moment, I've done this just before Easter, so that's probably another reason why we are seeing walkers today. Right, now you can start to see the bit more of the mountain now. So what we're going to do on the way up, we're going to pop into La Santa. I'm just going to give you a quick rough idea of what you expect to see there. It was an old monastery that was taken over as a hotel and restaurant. It was shut down and it's been taken over again about a year ago. They've done it up. They got an outdoor swimming pool. Looks very nice. We've been in there. You can sit outside, look over the orange grove garden they've got. It's worth a visit, guys, because the main thing is the church. You've got to go in and see that church. But I'm going to show you the main entrance to that church, because that can be a little bit deceiving as well. Okay, you can see now the road gets a bit more windy now. A lot of trees on the side of the road. Now today I've got Bonnie with me, so you probably hear the window going up and down. She likes touching the window control. Yep, you got a deer. Now I'll be honest, I haven't seen any deer yet since I've been here for 3 years, but no doubt they are about. Now this also is a great place if you're coming out for a picnic. There are plenty of places around here that's got seating, a table, so if you want to come up here for a picnic, that's good. Okay, now we're going to go straight to the right now. Now this is La Santa. This is what I could say, this is the monastery building. It's obviously got a name. It's got some lovely gardens there. Now we're going, oh shit. You never know who's got right away, but I think I had it. So they've got lovely gardens here. It's well looked after. Now you can't park in this bit, but straight in front of you is the church. Where that big church bell thing is, that's the entrance to the church itself. Now I can't see if the door's open, but they've got some big wooden doors there. And if you go in there, I'm just going to put up some photographs. It is amazing. Now the hotel itself, for a drink, it's a bit early yet for that, but that's to the left. We're going around the back to the car park itself. It's a big car park, so don't worry about if you've got about parking. You will get coaches in it. At the weekend this will be packed. But anyway, inside that church, you got to go in there. It's amazing. It's all done out in wood paneling. It's got painted pictures of, I presume, to do with the apostles. They have got toilets to our left, that they're down in another level. So that's La Santa itself, the monastery. Now I'm going to take you up to the Jesus thing now. This is another interesting place to visit. So as you come out of the car park, you got the roundabout. There'll be a sculpture on the roundabout itself. We're going to go right round to the left. And we're going to go up. It's got a mirador. Now a mirador means a viewpoint. Now the road is very narrow. Believe it or not, this is a two-way road. So be wary as you're going up. Now you will see, especially on the right-hand side, loads of statues of, I don't know what you call them really. You see loads of these statues. as on the way out, and I'm sorry guys, but I'm not into the religion side of things, but still interesting. I believe that they've probably got a meaning. Maybe there's 12 of them, I don't know. But yeah, just be careful of the road. It's a very narrow road, and obviously it's a bit windy, but the view you're going to get, if you look now to your left, you see just above the monastery itself. Amazing place. And also remember to keep an eye out for cyclists. But there are quite a few pullover points. Especially if you've got a big car, you can pull over a bit. But as you can imagine, there's not a lot of room on the main road. There's another statue there to the left. Now I'm driving into the sun now, so you're probably not going to see a lot. It'll probably be glaring on the camera itself. There's a nice statue here to... Oh, you got one on the right there, and you got one here. There's a nice statue there. It's got a great viewpoint looking out over the area. Now on a clear day from this viewpoint up here, you can see the Jesus thing now. But on a clear day, you can see the sea, and if you've got a good eye, you might even see Camposol. So you've got the Jesus thing to our right. This is a car park. Now, straight in front of us now, you can see a footpath. There's a viewpoint there. Now, at the moment, it looks hazy, and the reason why it looks hazy is because the Spanish farmers are burning stuff, and you got this blooming smoke haze everywhere. And it's so annoying this time of year, because you would have a clear view of the sea at the moment, but you're not going to see it with this smoke. Anyway, we're going back down now. I'll just put up a couple of photographs of the Jesus thingy and the viewpoint, give you some ideas of what you can see. There's this craze at the moment, I've noticed now, on a lot of these viewpoints, they've got padlocks all around the safety barriers with messages on them. So to our left now is a lovely picnic area. Now at the bottom of the roundabout here to the left as well, there's a play area for kids, but I haven't got kids, so I've never been in there. Anyway, we've got to the roundabout. We're going to go right round the roundabout, because now we're going towards Aledo. I call it Aledo. Some other people call it something different. But another place worth looking at, guys. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to drive into Aledo itself. I'm going to drive around it, because I'm going up to Espuña today. But I'll put up some photographs. But if any of you are photographers, in the evening when that sun's going down, you get some fantastic sunset shots looking over at Aledo. You know what? You understand what I mean in a minute. Okay, so I'm stuck behind a motorcyclist, but you look at this view now. I'm going to turn the camera over to that direction, just to give you an idea. The town itself is built right on a cliff edge, really, and it's pretty amazing. Hope you can. I can't even see what I'm doing on the camera now because I'm driving. But yeah, pretty amazing town. Well, I'm going to put it back now because I'm following the motorcyclist. But it's well worth a visit up there. It's got an old, a fortress tower, which is open to the public every now and again. It's got a lovely, obviously another amazing viewpoint as well, looking down in the valley. But this road will sort of take you on the outskirts of it, because we're going off far enough to the right to the Espuna. But yeah, for a photographer, some fantastic shots. And there's another lovely area that me and Bonnie like coming out to, especially when we do our evening walk. Sometimes we come up this way. Don't we, Bon? She's looking at me. I just hope he's not going our way. So you got a sign there saying Lorca Bullis, so we're going to go off to the right now. If you went to the left, that would take you actually into the town itself. Small, well, I'm not saying town, it's more of a village really. And then we got another roundabout, and we're going to go straight over the roundabout to our right. And this will take you up into the Espuna. Now guess where he's going. Yeah, well, we're not going to get stuck behind him all day, are we? It is Harley Davidson. So we're going to keep on this road now for about 5-10 minutes, and it's quite a windy road. It's a bit bumpy. You'll find probably a few cheap tree roots going into the road, so just watch your wheels a bit. Okay, so we've been travelling for about 5 minutes now. You'll see an old ruined building to our right. And you can see a signpost saying there's a turning to the right. There'll be a green sign. Now this is the entrance to the actual Espuña itself. The yeah, there it is. the Sierra Espuna. So this is the entrance in. Yet again, it's another straight road, but it is really bumpy. The tree roots have gone right across the road in some places. Now this is still a two-way road, just in case you might think it looks a bit narrow. You do get coaches come up this way. Now straight in front of us, if you look up, you'll see the radar station. Now we're not going to the radar station because unfortunately it's off bounds. It's a military radar station, so you're not allowed to go up there. But there's a car park just below it. That's where we're going. Now here to our right, there's plenty of places to park. There's a picnic area here. Interesting, I've just seen no camper vans past this point. I imagine it's more to do with the road itself. It's not the most best of road. As you can probably see, there's a lot of tree roots. Now when it's bad, I mean, we've had quite a mild winter this year. Usually we get snow every winter, and this winter we've had no snow on the mountain, because there'll be some gates in a minute. Now there's a restaurant here to the right. I don't know if it's open. Sometimes it is. God, the road doesn't get any better, does it? There's some gates up here. Now obviously if the gates are locked, then that means the park is shut. Well, especially for cars anyway. But usually they are open. Obviously during the winter months when it's got snow up here, they shut these gates up. Right, like I said before, this is a two-way road. The road does get narrow in parts, and obviously it gets bumpier. You got to give it to these guys. Cycling up here, it must be a right adventure. Obviously another thing to be aware of is rocks. You will find rocks in the road. I mean, usually the rangers do come up here every day and they will clear the road off, but you will see the odd boulder every now and again. I mean, I don't even know how that would apply to your car insurance. I suppose you still call that an accident. Just putting the window up. Right, the temperature when we was at the bottom was 15.5. It's already dropped down to 14.5, and no doubt it'll probably drop down to about 12, but we'll see how it goes. In the summer months, even when it's probably up near the 40s, it doesn't seem to get much cooler up here, because we've done that a few times thinking, oh, we'll come up to the Espuna because it'll be cooler, and it's not. And also, just bear in mind, we haven't seen hardly any traffic yet, other than that cyclist. But you will get cars coming down here. Now we're on a bit of a cliff edge now. But usually, what you're going to see mainly will be cyclists, and it's usually coming the other way, and they tend to cycle in the middle of the road, which ain't good. Yeah, so the road's dropped a bit. So to our right now is a nice sheer drop. I've just caught the back end of another cyclist. Just make sure there's nothing coming. Looks like the road's alright. So obviously if they're going up, they'll be coming down. Okay, just up onto our right is the first mirador, which is the first viewpoint, which looks down over the valley. It's got a nice wooden platform. It's a great place for selfies. There's a little car park to the left, but we're not stopping there. I will put up some photographs what it looks like. I think when I took my wife up here the first time, this is the furthest we got before she had a complete meltdown. So here's the first mirador or viewpoint. There's a little car park over to the left now. Okay, we got to the next viewpoint now. Now the road splits. We're going to the left. If you go straight on now, that'll take you down the other side towards Alhama de Murcia. But we're going off to the left, up towards the radar station. Now, there's another barrier up here because in the winter months, obviously if it's snowing, if you manage to get up this far, there's a probably good chance that these barriers will be shut. But as we've got no snow, the barriers will be open. Now this is another area where you're probably going to see the goats and the wild boar mainly because this is an area that's probably not you're going to get many visitors at all really. You don't see many people up here unless they are walkers themselves. You will see cars parked about every now and again. They've gone off for a walk. I mean, you can imagine the walks here. There's loads of walks. If you go into the local tourist offices, they will give you maps. The maps are not very good, I'll be honest. I believe you can get something like, here's the gates. I believe you can get something equivalent to an Ordnance Survey map here. They call them military maps. You have to go into Mavron itself to get something like that. I haven't got one yet. But I've seen goats left and right here. But they're so scared that by the time you stopped and got your window down, they're off. But I'd imagine, I've been walking around here and you can see where the wild boar have been digging into the ground looking for roots and whatever. But but not spotted one yet. Now you can see this is a more of a mountainous area now. We're starting to come out of the forest itself, and we actually got the rock. This is obviously a two-way road as well. Now I've never yet seen any military vehicles yet going up to the radar station yet. Now this road will lead you right to the car park. There is a turning just before the car park. I park down at sometimes because there's some lovely walks, which I will point out as we get nearer. And obviously another road you've got to be wary of for boulders. I've never actually seen boulders in the road, but I have seen rocks. You will see every now and again little rocks that have bounced down the cliff. It has got barriers on this. Temperature is dropped down, so it was 15.5 at the bottom, now it's 13. So obviously it is a lot cooler up here. Now I've been up here with Bonnie in the morning sometimes exploring, and there's been like a heavy frost on the ground, whereas down below, you know, it's quite normal. But up here, yeah, difference in temperature, especially this time of year. Now I would imagine there'd be somebody in the car park. I have been up here usually, there's nobody in the car park. Right, there's a little place here to the right that I tend to park into because it's got shaded area. And then there's a lovely walk down. There's another, and there's also a path. We're going, sorry, I've got to get on with it. This is the entrance into the car park. Okay, there's a few cars here, which is good. Well, I'm going to park in the shade. So we've arrived at a car park. This is the furthest car park on the Espuna. We've got the radar station just up there. We're going to walk down this path. There's already a mirador viewpoint there. I suppose we're talking, I mean, it's quite an uneven path as well. You wouldn't be able to get wheelchairs down there, unfortunately. And it's quite a steep drop down to where we're going first. We're going to see the first Snowwell ruins. But like I said before, it's only about a 10-15 minute walk. What a lovely day. Okay, as you come down this track, the walk path itself, you see little markings on the rock, which is a white and yellow mark. This track goes on for miles, but the very first snow houses that you see are these two ruins there. Both got the tops missing. They got some barriers around it. There is a notice board here, but it's in Spanish, but you can obviously Google translate that. And what it's virtually saying is what they used to do in the old days. This whole area would obviously be covered in snow during the winter months. And they would pack the ice into these wells, and then during the year they would then put them into, I presume, like a straw bale, and then get the donkeys and then take it on down towards the nearest towns and cities. But obviously on the way they would lose quite a bit of it, so this is why I will show you later on how deep some of these wells are. But what a lot of hard work, and it's obviously shown you now how the climate's changed, because now when it snows you're probably getting about a couple of inches, if that, and it's only here for, I don't know, a couple of days. But during that period there were like little towns up here, you know, you will see dotted around ruined buildings where people were actually living up here, working, picking up the snow, packing it in these places. Anyway, we're carrying on. So this is our fully restored snow well. Now there's another notice board here. It's got some pictures on there, so it gives you some idea. It's on Spanish again, but it just gives you some idea of the size. I'm going to show you how deep it is. Just let the light cover of that. So we're on a platform now. I'm just going to change that. So that's the other entrance there. Now obviously in the old days there would have been steps going down. I'm going to take you to another one in a minute where you actually can go right down into it. But it just shows you how deep these places would have been. Now this would have been packed with snow. So we're at the other side of the snow house now, and just as you go past the snow house itself, the path falls. Now there's a little sign there, and probably in small writing it might say snow well, but I don't think it does. But we're going to go off down this track. If you go on that track, you go on up the hill to looking over the cliffs and that, but we're going to go down this track here to see another snow house that you can actually get down inside. So this is the other fully restored snow house that you can actually walk down into it. Now there's no signage at all in this one. Now just behind the camera is an old farm building there, which is quite a big building, and just a bit further up the slope there's another big farmhouse. So there was obviously a lot of people living there, and I know there was some more snow well ruins there. But on another track that me and Bonnie have been on, there's another village, a huge, about 10 snow wells. There's actually like a spring there for water and that. So that these little clumps were fully established in those days. But I'm going to show you the inside of the snow well. Right, unfortunately poor old Bonnie can't go down there because it's got holes in it. So you stay there, I'll give you a sweetie, okay? No, stay there. No, it's like a metal grate, and unfortunately Bonnie can't get down there, so she can have to stay at the top. So no doubt she'll be whinging when I go on down there. Okay, you stay there, be a good girl. Now the light won't be very good. Bonnie, you stay there. See what I mean about the dog? It won't be long, Bonnie. I mean, this just shows you how deep these were. And that little squirreling noise you can hear is my dog. But it's pretty deep. I'm just going up. There's the staircase. There's one of the holes. I'll just see if I can come around. So I'll come in that direction. I've then gone down the staircase. So yeah, pretty deep, isn't it? So I hope you enjoyed that. A visit up to the snow wells, and obviously seen some places of interest coming up through Totana, La Santa, Aledo, and actually into Sierra Espuna itself. Now, like I said before, these places are not marked very well on the maps. There's not much signage about, so I hope you found it useful. Anyway, as I always say, keep watching, because you don't know what I'm going to bring out next. I'll catch you again on the next one, but remember, keep watching.